because they have an elite formed and trained that must follow, that are embedded in this chain. We refused to enter their ranks, and from then on, the hostilities began. They made several mercenaries, deformers, agents to come down to the Sahel to lead barbaric, cowardly attacks against our people, hoping to revolt them. In addition to these attacks on the ground,
according to recent reports, who is attacking African nations? Does the West prompt these attacks? Regardless of who is behind them, President Traoré knows how to fight back. Recently, Burkina Faso conducted a military operation that ended many insurgencies. This success was made possible due to Traoré's commitment to peace. However, the question remains, who is behind these attacks? Let's find out. In June 2024, near Burkina Faso's northwest border with Ghana, became the host of a significant military operation. The operation, led by the renowned 41st and 42nd Regiments of Burkina Faso Commandos, supported by the elite 99th Rapid Intervention Battalion, soon became a story of bravery, strategy, and relentless pursuit.
The military governments in Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have all struggled to contain violence in the Sahel region.
What triggered the decisive military operation near Burkina Faso's northwest border? The rise in terrorist activity near Burkina Faso's borders has been a growing concern for months. Reports of frequent incursions, attacks on local communities, and the establishment of fortified terrorist positions demanded a strong response.
We have almost every day now an incident like this, maybe not in terms of numbers of people killed, but certainly in terms of incidents.
How far could this go? How much of a threat are they to the government's survival?
I mean, right now you have probably 50-60% of the territory which is effectively outside government control. Only the capital, Ouagadougou, and the second city, Bobo-Dioulasso, are kind of secure, and the government is trying hard. They're buying weapons. They made a military partnership with Russia.
The government and military leadership knew that a mere defensive stance would not suffice. The decision was made to launch an offensive operation, aiming to dismantle the terrorist networks and restore peace to the region. The 41st and 42nd Commandos, known for their elite training and combat prowess, were chosen to spearhead the operation. These regiments had a history of successful missions and were well versed in the complexities of guerrilla warfare. The 99th Rapid Intervention Battalion, with its capabilities in swift deployment and high-intensity engagements, was tasked with providing crucial support. The collaboration between these forces was designed to create a formidable strike team capable of executing precise and effective operations. The operation began with meticulous planning. Intelligence units gathered data on terrorist positions, fortifications, and movements. The goal was to launch a surprise attack that would catch the terrorists off guard and minimize casualties among the soldiers and local populace. The rough terrain and harsh conditions of the border area posed significant challenges, but the troops were well prepared. On the morning of June 6, 2024, the operation commenced. The commandos moved with precision, advancing through hostile territory with the support of the 99th Battalion. The initial engagements were intense, but the superior training and coordination of the Burkina Faso forces quickly became evident. Several terrorist strongholds were neutralized, and a substantial amount of war equipment was recovered. The success of this first phase set the tone for the operation and boosted the morale of the troops. The victory, however, was just the beginning. New intelligence suggested that the terrorists were regrouping and planning a countermove towards the Ghana border. The military leadership had to act swiftly to prevent any escape or re-establishment of terrorist bases. This led to the next phase of the operation, where the focus shifted towards aerial surveillance and precision strikes. Following the initial success on the ground, the Burkina Faso military faced the challenge of tracking and intercepting terrorists who were fleeing towards the Ghana border. Intelligence reports indicated that hundreds of terrorists were on the move, attempting to regroup and escape the ongoing offensive. To counter this threat, the military turned to advanced aerial surveillance technology.
In the past few months, Intense offensive and defensive operations have occurred in northern Burkina Faso as part of the ongoing anti-terrorism fight. On June 11, 2024, bad guys attacked a military position in Mansilla, prompting a swift response from reinforcements to prevent the criminals from escaping. This short documentary provides a detailed account of how a specialized unit carried out successful strikes using Burkina Faso's newly acquired air vector drones to stop the terrorists from escaping through the Sirba River, showcasing the bravery and skill of the Burkinabe forces in their pursuit of justice and security.
On June 7, 2024, the Burkina Faso Air Force launched a series of aerial operations using newly acquired Akincha drones. These state-of-the-art drones provided real-time intelligence and situational awareness, crucial for coordinating ground operations in such challenging and expansive terrain. The drone's high-resolution cameras and long endurance allowed continuous monitoring of terrorist movements, ensuring no escape routes went unnoticed. As the drones hovered over the border region, their live feeds were analyzed by intelligence units. The data revealed a group of terrorists traveling by motorcycles and a pickup vehicle, heading towards a less guarded section of the border. This information was relayed to the ground forces, who quickly devised a plan to intercept them. In the dense and rugged terrain of Mohan, the commandos set up a careful ambush. The area was strategically chosen for its natural cover and advantageous positioning, allowing the soldiers to conceal themselves effectively. As the terrorist convoy approached, unaware of the impending trap, the commandos struck with swift and lethal precision. The engagement was brief but decisive, resulting in the neutralization of the terrorist group and the recovery of additional war material. This operation highlighted the importance of aerial surveillance in modern warfare. The drones not only provided critical intelligence, but also enabled the military to respond rapidly and accurately to dynamic threats. The combination of advanced technology and ground combat expertise proved to be a game-changer, significantly enhancing the effectiveness of the operation.
The operations began on the afternoon of June 1st, when aerial vectors were alerted to a friendly position in Mansilla. They quickly set a course and spotted the enemy retreating eastward at full speed. Soon, a specialized tracker joined the mission to deal with these criminals.
The successful ambush near the Ghana northwest border was an example of the effectiveness of combining aerial surveillance with ground operations. However, the operation was far from over. What are the implications of these military engagements? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. The successful operations near Burkina Faso's northwest border with Ghana had significant implications for regional security. The neutralization of terrorist groups and the recovery of substantial war material disrupted the operational capabilities of these factions, reducing their ability to launch further attacks. However, the victory also highlighted the ongoing and evolving nature of the threat, necessitating continuous vigilance and strategic planning. One of the key outcomes of the operation was the strengthened cooperation between Burkina Faso and Ghana. The shared border had been a hotspot for terrorist activities, with groups exploiting the porous boundaries to move freely and evade capture. The coordinated efforts in surveillance and ground operations demonstrated the potential for effective cross-border collaboration in combating terrorism. Furthermore, the operation highlighted the need for sustained military readiness and advanced technological capabilities. The success of drones showcased the critical role of aerial surveillance in modern counter-terrorism strategies. This technological edge provided Burkina Faso with a significant advantage, enabling real-time intelligence gathering and precise targeting of terrorist movements. The morale of the local population also received a significant boost. The visible presence of military operations and the direct engagement with terrorists reassured communities that their safety was a top priority. President Ibrahim Traoré's visit to the front line in Bobo-Dioulasso further reinforced this sentiment. His interactions with the troops and locals highlighted the government's commitment to national security and regional stability.
It is a great pleasure and an honor to be here today. A blessed date, a memorable date, the CIG 2024 here in Niamey. First of all, let us give thanks to God who allowed this day to be. We thank Him for everything He has done for us until today.
Anyways, the operation also revealed the challenges that lay ahead. The rugged terrain and extensive border areas posed logistical and operational difficulties. The military had to remain adaptable and prepared for prolonged engagements, ensuring that terrorist groups could not regroup or re-establish their presence. Continuous training, strategic planning, and technological upgrades would be essential in maintaining the momentum and securing lasting peace. So, what challenges does the Burkina Faso military face in maintaining border security? Maintaining security along Burkina Faso's extensive and often rugged borders presents numerous challenges. The geography itself, with its dense forests, vast savannas, and mountainous regions, provides natural cover for terrorist movements and makes surveillance and patrol operations particularly difficult. The military must navigate these terrains, often in harsh weather conditions, to ensure that terrorist groups cannot exploit these areas for safe passage or hideouts. Another significant challenge is the sheer length of the borders. Burkina Faso shares boundaries with several countries, each with its security concerns and levels of cooperation. Ensuring effective communication and coordination with neighboring nations is critical, but it can be complicated by differing national priorities, resource limitations, and political dynamics. The successful collaboration with Ghana during the recent operations set a positive precedent, but such cooperation needs to be sustained and expanded. Resource allocation is another major hurdle. Advanced technologies like drones and rapid deployment forces require substantial investment and maintenance. Ensuring that the military is adequately equipped and trained to utilize these resources effectively is an ongoing task. Budget constraints and competing national priorities can impact the availability and readiness of these critical assets. Additionally, there is the human factor. Continuous military operations can take a toll on soldiers' physical and mental well-being. Ensuring that troops are adequately rested, motivated, and supported is essential for maintaining high operational standards. President Traoré's visit to the front lines was a crucial morale booster, but regular support and recognition of the soldiers' efforts are necessary to sustain their commitment.
This people who have suffered so much since the advent of the CIG and who continue to stand up.
To address these challenges, the Burkina Faso military has implemented several strategic measures. Enhanced training programs focusing on counterterrorism tactics and guerrilla warfare have been introduced. These programs emphasize adaptability and resilience, preparing soldiers for the unpredictable and often arduous conditions they face. Investments in technology continue to be a priority. The integration of advanced surveillance systems, improved communication networks, and enhanced mobility equipment ensures that the military can respond swiftly and effectively to emerging threats. Collaborative efforts with international allies provide additional resources and expertise, bolstering the military's capabilities. The government has also prioritized regional cooperation. Diplomatic efforts to strengthen ties with neighboring countries, foster intelligence sharing, and conduct joint operations are ongoing. These partnerships are crucial for addressing the transnational nature of terrorism and ensuring a unified and robust response.
We have the same blood that flows in our veins. In our veins flows the blood of these valiant warriors who fought and reserved this land that we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins flows the blood of these valiant warriors who helped the whole world get rid of Nazism and many other plagues. In our veins flows the blood of these valiant warriors who were deported from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, or elsewhere, and who helped build these states during slavery.
So, indeed, if these nations unite in fighting against terrorism, the fight will be easy. Despite challenges, the Burkina Faso military remains resolute in its mission. In the end, Let's understand what the future holds for Burkina Faso's efforts to secure its borders and ensure regional stability. Looking ahead, Burkina Faso's commitment to securing its borders and ensuring regional stability remains steadfast. The recent operations near the Ghana northwest border have set a strong foundation, but the road to lasting peace and security is long and complex. Continuous adaptation, innovation, and cooperation will be key to navigating the challenges that lie ahead. One of the critical aspects of the future strategy is the ongoing development and integration of advanced technologies. The success of drones has demonstrated the transformative impact of modern surveillance and intelligence tools. Continued investment in such technologies, along with training programs to enhance soldiers' proficiency in their use, will be essential. The military plans to expand its fleet of drones and incorporate other advanced systems like satellite imagery and AI-driven analytics to improve threat detection and response capabilities. Regional cooperation will also play a pivotal role. The collaborative efforts with Ghana have shown what can be achieved through unity and shared purpose. Building on this success, Burkina Faso aims to strengthen its ties with other neighboring countries. Joint training exercises, intelligence sharing agreements, and coordinated operations will be pursued to create a cohesive and effective regional security network.
In our veins flows the blood of worthy men, robust men, standing men. And for this, let us be proud and be grateful for being descendants of the AES. Africa, this continent that has suffered so much and continues to suffer because of imperialists. These imperialists have only one cliché in mind. Africa is the empire of slaves. This is how they see Africa. For them, Africans belong to them. Our lands belong to them. Our subsoils belong to them. They have never been able to change the logic until today.
And as Traoré says, it is important for the nations to understand who they have to first fight. African nations are at the same time fighting with a lot of things. They need to break the shackles of slavery and also need to defend themselves against all attacks. Internally, the focus will remain on enhancing the resilience and readiness of the military forces. Continuous training, adequate rest periods, and psychological support for soldiers will be prioritized. The government recognizes the importance of maintaining high morale and ensuring that troops are well supported both on and off the battlefield. The government's diplomatic efforts will continue to be a cornerstone of the strategy. Engaging with international partners for support in terms of funding, training, and technological assistance is crucial. Additionally, fostering a positive relationship with local communities in border regions will enhance intelligence gathering and create a supportive environment for military operations. President Traoré's hands-on approach and his efforts to engage with the local populace and military personnel have been instrumental in this regard. Lastly, there is an emphasis on addressing the root causes of terrorism. Economic development, education, and social programs aimed at improving the livelihoods of people in vulnerable regions are being prioritized. By addressing the socio-economic factors that often drive individuals towards extremist ideologies, the government hopes to create a more stable and prosperous environment.
This is why we have decided to revolt and to take the fate of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples. But when we decided this way, well, we were approached by some saloon slaves to pass on the message of their master. Because they had created this kind of polymer chain that rises to the heads of our states to serve them. And we came to break the chain.
As Traoré has taken charge of this, it looks like many problems will be solved that no other leader has tried to solve. So, the ambush near the Ghana northwest border was a decisive moment in Burkina Faso's ongoing battle against terrorism. It highlighted the effectiveness of combining elite ground forces with advanced aerial surveillance and stressed the importance of regional cooperation. While the challenges are significant, the commitment of the Burkina Faso military, supported by technological advancements and strategic alliances, provides a robust framework for continued success. The future of Burkina Faso's security efforts lies in adaptability, resilience, and unity. By maintaining a focus on technological innovation and regional collaboration, and addressing the underlying causes of instability, Burkina Faso is paving the way towards a more secure and stable future. The bravery and dedication of the soldiers, coupled with the leadership's strategic vision, will continue to drive these efforts forward, ensuring that the nation remains vigilant and prepared for any challenges that arise. Do you think Traoré alone brings change? If only this single man can change Africa a lot, what will happen if all African leaders unite? Let us know in the comment section. Is change in Africa becoming attainable? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.